So news for Mortal Kombat Movie 2 is finally underway. We're going to get production starting in June, hopefully wrapping up in September. And of course, I know just as much as you want, we want them to take their time, cook this very well. I know that they're going to probably more budget for the movie, so hopefully the VFX are better. I just want this to be a really good sequel. You know, sequels have a bad tendency to not be good, so I don't want that to happen to Mortal Kombat Movie 2 from 2021, because look at Annihilation. Although I do appreciate Annihilation for what it was, I know it's not that great of a sequel, so... Anyways, a new report has come out, possibly revealing who the villains will be for the upcoming movie, the mainstay villains for the Mortal Kombat movie sequel. So according to comicbook.com, a report from that hashtag show has revealed that the new villains for Mortal Kombat Movie 2 will be Shao Kahn, surprise, surprise, Quan Chi, Sindel, and Baraka. You know, I had a past video talking about who could play Baraka because I think there were earlier reports that Baraka, of course, would be in the next movie. If you have Shao Kahn, you gotta have Baraka, right? So I kind of want to do a breakdown, like a 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, if you will. A kind of 7 degrees of Shao Kahn / Mortal Kombat, because a lot of the characters in Mortal Kombat, they're kind of interconnected with one another. And this is going to be more of like the villains list, although we do have some heroes that kind of tie into some of these villains. So let's kind of break that down and get a better idea of who we can expect to see in the upcoming movie. So, of course, let's start with Shao Kahn. He'll be our Kevin Bacon. So we have Shao Kahn, and related to him would be Sindel. They're not related, but they're just, you know, if you have Shao Kahn and Sindel, they are obviously allies together. And Sindel, surprise, surprise, is the mom of Katana. Hello. So we saw in the previous movie that we had the fan in Raiden's Temple, so we know Katana will obviously be in the sequel. So we have Katana. Also in the mix, if we're going to go with kind of Mortal Kombat lore, given that Goro has passed away, he was the prince of the Shokin. Possibly we're going to get Sheeva this time around. She's the, you know, bodyguard of Sindel, and she's also the queen of the Shokin, so maybe we'll get her in there as well. She was in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, though a very small part. Hopefully she'll be in this movie. I would really hope they don't just kill her off. Maybe they'll just kind of keep her in the foreground doing some things, but maybe kind of hold her off to the third movie. So hopefully we will get a third movie and have her do a lot more damage, but maybe we'll see Sheeva. And then related to Katana, possibly we'll get Jade. You know, in most of the games, she's I would say a double assassin, you know, a spy. She's an assassin and spy for Shao Kahn, but she's also going to be an ally for the heroes and with Katana. So she can play both sides. So maybe we'll get some Jade action in there. Now, of course, as far as going the opposite end, as far as the warriors for Shao Kahn, we have Baraka, the Takartan race that are service to Shao Kahn to, you know, maintain the protection of his people. And then, of course, I had some people on there that we could possibly get. We have Rain, possibly get Rain in there, given his history, you know, that he's a Dinian, so that kind of brings in the Katana element, and given that he betrayed his people because he's just arrogant, and his power set. I know he was an Annihilation and was easily dismissed and killed off, but I think we will, you know, it's kind of sad that Rain's become that character. We do need characters to kind of be filler. Rain doesn't have like this super great story throughout Mortal Kombat that just has to keep coming back over and over and over and over again. You know, he has a really small side story to tell that involves other people in the lore. So I think Rain would be one of those characters that they could bring in and unfortunately dispose of fairly easy. We need heroes to take out here. You know, we need the heroes to take out villains. So Rain could be one of those people because he has relations to Katana and Shao Kahn and Outworld. That also leads me to, since we got some characters from the 3D era, like Reiko, we could have Scarlet. Scarlet could be one. She's an adopted daughter of Shao Kahn who he recreates using blood magic. So I think maybe Scarlet would be an interesting character to have in there. Why not have, we had Melina, who was one of his daughters. We're going to have Katana. So why not have Scarlet? That'd be one more minions, you know, in his arsenal to unleash onto the heroes. And that'd be some really cool VFX to see, I would say, if we had Scarlet. Her using her blood magic, and maybe she's able to take out one of the heroes. I know there's rumors that Curtis Stryker could be in this one, and you know, just like in the animated movie where he was kind of, you know, done for, maybe in this one Scarlet will take him out as well. You know, we got to have it on both ends. Kung Lao was one that passed away, you know, in the first one, so maybe we'll have Curtis Stryker be the sacrificial lamb that dies in this one. Other characters I have on here, of course, we have Shang Tsung, who's still lurking around, and of course he has his kind of minions to deal with. So I don't know if we will or not, but maybe Sissy Stringer, if she comes back, we'll get a Melina 2.0. we know that she is created in the Chamber of Souls. So maybe Mileena will come back new and improved, and again be one of those characters that the heroes need to kill off very easily, and then we'll get Mileena 3.0, and keep having her come back as many times as I guess fans want, because that's usually what happens. And maybe that'll be one more character that Shang Tsung can have it in his disposal. Also add on here Ermac. I think Ermac would be an interesting character. We need characters that Shang Tsung can easily rely on and know that he'll be on his side, even though he is in legion to Shao Kahn, sort of. He has his own agenda always at play. Now, an interesting thing that I really think about was if you have Johnny Cage coming into the mix, then possibly we could get Cobra, right? That'd be an interesting character. So Cobra is part of the Black Dragon clan. We've already had Kano and Cabal. Of course, they're both gone, allegedly. You never know with Mortal Kombat. They come back in some form or fashion. Maybe they'll introduce revenants and stuff like that in this movie. But Cobra could be an interesting character because we're going to be introduced to Johnny Cage. Obviously, he's already been teased, but maybe Johnny Cage is battling him in a match. Maybe, whether it be like for Hollywood show or if he's actually doing MMA, maybe Cobra will be introduced early on and we don't really know, or we have some kind of inkling that maybe he is part of the Black Dragon clan, because of course you still have Sonya Blade and Jax. I mean, that's where Curtis Stryker can come in. Like I said, this is all kind of 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. It's just they're all kind of related in some way or have some association together that would make them tie together more fluidly in the movie. So Cobra could be in the movie, and of course he has Legions of Black Dragon, which usually has service to Shang Tsung, and then if Shang Tsung were to pair Shao Kahn. So they're all kind of in that game. And then Cobra would be another character that could be easily disposed of. Now, of course, Quan Chi being on the kind of he is in the Nether Realm, but he is also an opposing force to Shao Kahn. Yes, they can be allies, but he has his own agenda. He's more allies to Shinnok. So Quan Chi is going to be in the mix, and I think we won't get him so much as a mainstay character in the movie. I think if he's in there, he's just going to be, Sub-Zero was killed, and he's going to take him to the Nether Realm, and then Quan Chi's going to turn him into Noob Saibot. I think that's what's really going to happen, and so Noob Saibot will come back, because Joe Taslim has said he's going to be contracted for multiple Mortal Kombat movies, which I think is great. I think a lot of fans like that character, and I think there's other ways to introduce the Lin Kuei and the Cyber Initiative and the other Sub-Zero and other characters into this flow in other movies. So Quan Chi and Noob Saibot would be a really good addition to this mainstay. So that's kind of like my 7 Degrees of Shao Kahn, Mortal Kombat kind of mix. And I'm really hoping they don't really overload the movie with characters, because that's a lot of characters right there. I don't think that everybody's going to get a lot of screen time as far as that. And I really want them to tell a good story. So, as far as recruiting new heroes, you're going to have Johnny Cage. Nightwolf has been teased. You don't really know the age of Nightwolf. He probably is someone that has lived hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. So we'll probably get some new heroes in there. Stryker, like I said. When I was doing the count, we had 8 characters that died in the Mortal Kombat movie. So 6 of them were villains. 1 was a hero, and 1 was an anti-hero. The anti-hero, of course, being Scorpion, who we don't know really if he will return for the new Mortal Kombat sequel. If he does, I feel like he'd be more to the Nether Realm, and maybe he's fighting with Quan Chi to not make Noob Saibot. Maybe that'll be his kind of quick set. Maybe he comes back at the end to help Cole Young again, because they're their ancestors. I don't know, something like that. Of course, the hero was Kung Lao. And then, of course, the villains, there was Mileena, Kano, Reiko, Goro. We had quite a few of those that were killed. Natara. Sad Natara. But nonetheless, we had 8 people die, so we have to have quite a few people die in this movie. So, like I said, I think Baraka will be killed. Rain, if he's in it. Scarlet, Cobra, that's 4. Ermac, I think, could be taken out. I don't know if he really would die, but he could probably be taken out. I would hope not Sheeva, but maybe if they want to get rid of Sheeva. And as far as like heroes, because we need something on the hero side, you could do, Stryker, if you want to do Stryker for a hero. I don't think Jade will die. I don't think Noob Saibot will die. I think Noob Saibot could be subdued, but I don't think he'll die. Of course, Johnny Cage won't die. Sindel will not die. I don't think she'll die either. I'd be really shocked. I think she'll just be, again, subdued. Quan Chi is not going to be really a part of the fighting, at least in this movie. So, and Mileena. I think Mileena 2.0, if she comes back, she'll be another one that just gets easily disposed of again. So, There we go, 8 for 8. So what do you think about the new villains that are supposedly rumored for Mortal Kombat the sequel? What do you think about my picks as far as who I think could be the other kind of loose minions in the game that could be in the movie? And my 7 Degrees of Shao Kahn. Love your thoughts on the comments down below. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy that like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.